Jenna here again, and welcome again to my kitchen. Today, Jenna is going to go over a 3-day meal plan with you. My meal plans usually consist of me just writing some my ideas down for dinners on a scrap piece of paper or sticking my head in the freezer and saying, "What for dinner?" And it's like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So, Jenna is here to walk us through her 3-day meal plan. I think it's a great idea. In the last video, she talked about how she does 3 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Then, Thursday, Friday, Saturday is, a totally different time of the week. Is you're looking at the weekend, and sometimes plans just change. So, this is awesome. Thank you, Jenna. Again, I'll be over here.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to teach you guys and Diana a little bit about how I think about my week in order to make it easier for me. All right, so you see I've laid out here on my whiteboard our meals. I do 4 meals a day. You can do 5, or some people even do 6, but I do 4: breakfast, lunch, snack, and dinner. And I have a snack at around 3 o'clock in the middle of the day when my hunger amps up and I'm a little bit tired. Kids are getting home from school. They're wanting snacks. It just works out really well. Okay, and I'm going to show you how I do that. The first thing you need to know, though, is you need to know how much food your body needs in order to fuel itself, so you're not overeating, so you're not undereating. Believe it or not, a lot of people undereat, and it's why that they gain weight and they can't lose weight. So you need to make
Amen, sister.
You need to make sure that you are fueling your body in the right way with good, wholesome, healthy food.
Undereating slows down your metabolism.
Yes. Absolutely, and then it makes it hard to if you don't lose any weight. I use the 21-day fix in a lot of my different programs. Right now I'm working from core to force, so it's at home sitting on my counter, but a lot of these go from the container system. You don't have to use the container system, but I'm going to show that here, and you're going to see how you can break it down into the different food groups to make it give you the most bang for your buck, give your body the most fuel for the day. Okay, so you do need to know how much food that you need to be getting. In my plan, you will see, I have a sample of my plan. This is my plan from last week, actually. You see that I have written at the very top how many containers of each, or how many servings of those things I get a day. So I would write that in the corner somewhere on my paper, whatever I was planning with. Whether I was planning with one of these, whether I was planning with this. I mean, there's all different types of meal plans, or just you can also use your phone to plan. A lot of people like to use Excel spreadsheets, things like that. So you can get as fancy or as simple as you want.
And the number of containers you're allowed to use is based upon your weight, correct?
Based upon your weight, that's exactly right. And your caloric burn. So you would subtract your workout weight and you'll have a fancy little number of containers. For me, I get 3 greens, which are vegetables. I get 2 purples, which are fruits, 4 reds, 2 reds are proteins, yellows, which are carbohydrates, and then I get 1 blue and 1 orange. Blues are healthy fats, and oranges are like nuts and salad dressings. And then 2 teaspoons. Teaspoons are things like the olive oil, stuff that you cook with. Okay, and I'm going to give you a little tidbit on these teaspoons. Unless you're eating peanut butter as your teaspoon, I don't fret about it. I just spray my pan with a little bit of olive oil. I have a little sprayer. I meant to bring it today, but I forgot. It looks like almost like a Windex sprayer, but it just sprays it in a real nice coating, so you're not pouring tablespoon upon tablespoon of olive oil into your pan, and it's great. So my coach side says you should use these spoons. I'm sorry about that. My coach side says you should measure these spoons. My friend side says let's just be real. Okay, spray it, don't stress it. Got it? Spray it, don't stress it. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I lay out my breakfast, lunch, snack, and dinner. I'm actually going to add another column because I'm going to plan for 3 days. I'm going to plan Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Okay. Sorry, use my other column up here. All right, just work with me, people. Okay, so for breakfast, you need to make sure that you are having a protein at every meal. Protein gives you the staying power. So I make sure that I have a red at every meal. And my red in the morning is usually eggs. Okay, so you would have 2 eggs. You can scramble them, you can over easy them, whatever you like to do. My yellow that I would have in the morning might be something like a piece of toast, whole grain toast, a serving of steel cut oatmeal, something like that. You could even have a half a sweet potato, but I like steel cut oatmeal. It has a lot of staying power, and then I am not hungry until lunch. And then I also usually have a purple, which is a fruit. So I will have a cup of strawberries, blueberries. Sometimes I put strawberries and blueberries together. Drizzle, you can drizzle a little bit of balsamic on it with a little bit of lemon zest, and it's so delicious. So I would have berries. Okay. I like to eat the same thing a lot of times, but I'm going to show you here that you can kind of jazz it up and be different. So I might take this exact meal though and put it on my Wednesday. Okay, so again, I would have 2 eggs. Maybe this day I would have a piece of toast if I want it to be different. And purple, I might have half of a banana. Did you know that a half a banana is actually a serving of fruit, not a whole one, a half of one? So
really?
Yeah, so you can overeat.
Learn something
Yep.
every day.
So see how these 2 meals are very, very similar, a little bit of variety, but because I know the types of food that I need to eat at breakfast to give me the most staying power, it's easy. On this day, say I'm running out the door on Tuesday, I don't have time to sit there and make a nice breakfast with eggs, even though it really doesn't take that long to make eggs. But say I want to run out the door and I want to have a meal in hand. I might take my Shakeology for breakfast that day, and let's put a purple in it. I love blueberries in my Shakeology, so say I have some blueberries. Blend it up, boom. And in the 21-day fix, you can use unsweetened almond milk. You can use a dash of that, like a quarter of a cup of that, without even counting it. So I might use a little bit of almond milk too, but I don't even have to count it. Okay, so there's my breakfast, 3 days, easy peasy. You can keep repeating it through the rest of the week. You can eat the same thing, whatever. It's very nice and laid out. Lunch, okay. As I said, you need to have a protein at each meal. So let's just go ahead and fill in the R for the proteins across the board, because you're going to have a protein at every meal. Okay, my lunch meal, a lot of times I like to have nitrate-free turkey or some tuna. My favorite lunch in the whole wide world is tuna. So let's put some tuna here.
Applegate does really great with the nitrate free.
Oh yes, yes
it's a
it
great
does.
product.
Yes,
I love it.
I
Get
just
it right at good old Acme.
Yes, they are at Acme. They're also at BJ's, and you can also order them on the Amazon Fresh that I just tried last week, which is fantastic, by the way. I have to tell you about that.
Okay.
Okay, so say I'm going to have some tuna. I am going to have a couple of vegetables with that. Say I'm going to put it on some lettuce with some tomatoes or something like that. I'm going to have 2 greens, so that's 2 cups of vegetables. You will see that a cup is not really a lot when you're talking about a salad, when you're talking about salad type stuff, right? When you're talking about lettuce. Shove it in there. Have a lot of salad. You're okay. If you have an extra green at the end of the day, believe me, it's quite okay.
Yes.
So,
I have actually, if any of my clients have said, I'm hungry, I'm really, really hungry, even when using the containers, and I recommend, yes, you can go ahead and have an extra green, extra vegetables. You should not be starving and hungry.
Actually, Autumn, the creator of 21 Day Fix, says the same thing. And you see, I have this little Fixate cookbook here, which is fantastic, and it has a lot of recipes in it if I need to be creative, okay? But this day I'm not going to be creative. I'm just going to have some lettuce, maybe, tomatoes, whatever. Another thing that I like to use, which I was going to save it for a snack, but I'm thinking on my feet right now. Another thing that I like to put with my tuna is I like to have an apple with my tuna. There is something about the sweetness of an apple with tuna. I actually slice the apple and make it my crackers.
Really?
Yes, yes.
That.
So I'm eating a lot at lunch today, but that's okay.
I really like lunch, even though I don't like breakfast. I really like lunch. So lunch tends to be my biggest meal of the day.
And this is exactly why you need to know the type of eater you are, right?
Yep.
Because you know that you like to have a big lunch.
I
You're going to
like
make the
lunch.
time to sit down and have a big lunch. It's fantastic. Good point there. Okay, so I might have a purple there, and let's see. I'm just going to leave that alone. We're going to finish out the rest of the day, and we're going to see if we can use anything in this part of the day to help build upon our meals later on. Okay, so for red, I have not had my Shakeology yet, so for my snack, it's kind of like my go-to, my little bit of afternoon heaven. It's frozen, it's delicious. I can drink it while I'm helping the kids with their homework and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to have Shakeology right here. This is where I might use a spoon and add some all-natural peanut butter, almond butter, cashew butter, whatever, an all-natural nut butter in there, because let's face it, I'm a peanut butter and chocolate girl, and it goes together well. Okay, next we're gonna have some dinner. We're still missing a green. You see we have 2 greens up here. I still need a green. I have a red. I have my 2 purples, so that's good. I need a yellow. And then I can still have a spoon here, but I'm probably gonna cook with some olive oil, so I think I'll can that. For red, I love anything lean. Fish, we love fish. We have that several times a week. Anything lean, lean ground turkey, lean chicken, lean meat, whatever. So today, on Monday nights, because we have dance on Monday nights and we go out very quickly, it needs to be something kind of fast. I'm gonna have chicken. I'm gonna have a green vegetable with vegetables on hand, like Diana has a whole bunch of her vegetables sitting out here today. With any vegetables on hand, you can just pick one and go. You might do Brussels sprouts because that's really nice to bake in the oven with chicken. You can bake it all at one time. So let's have some Brussels sprouts. I'm writing Diana's meal plan for the next couple of days, guys. And then I still have a yellow left here. You're welcome. I still have a yellow left here, so I'm gonna have a half a sweet potato. I love sweet potatoes. They are so good for you, and it would be very easy to bake all 3 of these things with one oven. You could really bake them with 2 pans and have minimal dishes, so that's fantastic.
Like that.
All right, at the end of the day, what I would do is I would count up everything because we counted on the way as we were working. I know that all my containers are good. I have a little spot right here though that's really important. It's called mods. It's short for modifications, and I do that for my family because let's face it, your kids and your husband, they might be a little pickier. Who has picky husbands and kids? Me too. So sometimes, and I leave a little spot down here to add stuff to it. So for example, the kids, sometimes they won't, now they do like Brussels sprouts, but sometimes they won't like the vegetable that I cook. So I make sure and serve a vegetable that they do like. Or a fruit. I always, a lot of times, serve cut up apples because I know it's something that they'll eat some of, and it'll be a great way to give a little more nutrition in them. So, or when the kids were younger, like a year or 2 ago, applesauce, all natural applesauce.
I still do applesauce with my boys.
It's totally fine, right?
And I do the little, I don't know if I have one in here. I do. Shh. Don't tell them it's made by Gerber, but I do a little bit, one of these pouches, the organic fruit and veggies, and I make a smiley face on their applesauce. And my little guy does not eat vegetables at all still. So that's my way of getting
You know where
it in
else
there.
you can use these? You can use these in your tomato sauce. You can squeeze them in your tomato sauce to get some more vegetables in your tomato sauce.
Shh, don't tell my 7-year-old and 5-year-old that.
Tricks of the trade from the Holden kitchen. Okay, so this is what day 1 looks like. Now, I will tell you the way that I think about day 2 is based on what I have on day 1. So for day 1 dinner, I have chicken here. I probably will have cooked a little extra chicken. One of my tips is always to double something. If you know you're going to be able to use it later in the week, or you know that your family really loves it, why not double it? Save yourself some time. So for lunch the next day, guess what I'm going to have? I'm going to have chicken. Very easy. I might mix this with a little bit of yogurt salad dressing. So let's put an orange in there. Oh, I forgot my oranges and blues over here. See? Thinking while I'm talking. Orange, I might put a little yogurt salad dressing. I might make a little chicken salad, a healthy chicken salad, no mayonnaise, nothing like that. But the yogurt salad dressings are a wonderful alternative to that. My favorite's actually Bold House. Bold House is really
very good too.
They have so many different flavors. You can find anything to suit your needs. So I might make a chicken salad. I might actually put it on a green. I might put it, I'm really into these romaine lettuce boats. Putting your chicken salad, your tuna salad, and even nitrate-free turkey or whatever, and making that your sandwich rather than having the bread. So I might have some lettuce for my green. Okay. Let's go to snack here. Now for breakfast, I had my Shaco. So I'm not going to have my Shaco here for snack, but I'm going to have a healthy fat and a vegetable. So what I'm going to have is some carrots and either hummus or guacamole. Great for dipping, easy to eat, fast, not a big deal. Okay. And then down here, let's see, I need to add 2 more greens, which is great. A lot of times at dinner, and this is a tip that actually Diana taught me many moons ago. She taught me to not have a carbohydrate at dinner and just have vegetables and your protein, which is great. So I only have a carb at dinner, probably 2, maybe sometimes 3 nights on my treat meal. I usually have a carb at dinner. But at more than half of the weeknights, I will not have a carb. So on this night, I'm going to have 2 vegetables. And let's see, so I've got all
And
my
the reason why I say that is because it takes your body longer to break down a complex carbohydrate compared to a simple carbohydrate that you would find in your vegetables. And being that it's later on in the day, if your body doesn't use that energy, it's going to store it. So that's my little trick.
Absolutely. A wonderful, wonderful point. Which leads me to think about, while I'm thinking about those carbs, I haven't used any carbs up today. So let's add a carb. Let's add, we could add a yellow up here. We could have a piece of toast with our Shakeology as we're walking out the door. Okay, we could have it with peanut butter or a whole wheat waffle are fantastic. With a little bit of peanut butter on the top. So let's add, I'm gonna do a waffle. I like waffles. Who doesn't like waffles? Right?
And then when the waffle's hot and it melts that peanut butter.
Oh my gosh, it's so good. Okay, so I'm going to use my spoon up here. Because I'm going to do an early carb day that day. I'm going to make sure I have my other yellow here with my chicken little wrap. I could have 4 or 5 whole wheat crackers. I could have a piece of bread. I could put it on a pita or a half an English muffin or a whole wheat wrap or something like that. So I'm going to have some type of yellow. Oh, I might actually put it in a wrap. So they make these great La Tortilla 50-calorie wraps at Acme, 50 calories.
Nice.
They're whole wheat, they're fantastic for you, they're clean ingredients. I'm gonna put all of that in a wrap, easy. Okay, this is good. Now, my bread down here, we had chicken last night. Tuesdays we're home, so I might cook something that takes a little bit longer, or that's something that I could be a little more creative with. I'm going to do fish. We just love fish. We love steelhead trout is our favorite fish at home. It's better for you than salmon. It is terrific with all the omega-3 fatty acids and everything, and it's something that my whole family likes. So that's a win-win, right? You got to find something your whole family likes. And add a couple of vegetables. I might have green beans, and let's see what else goes with green beans. I might have, what's the vegetable you would eat?
We eat asparagus, broccoli, green. You already have green there.
What you got for me?
I got
peppers. How about peppers?
I got some red peppers for you.
Yeah. So green bean and peppers, great. You can cook them in the same way. You can steam them, saute them, broil them, whatever you want to do. So there's my vegetables. Okay, let's see. Did we use everything up? 3 greens. Got my greens. 2 purples. Okay, I have 1 purple up here. I still need a purple. You know that I like a fruit at lunch, and it's a great time to have fruit, to be able to process it and all that stuff. So I might actually add a purple in here. I could add apples again, or grapes are really good with tuna salads and chicken salads.
You can even cut up the grapes and put them in your chicken salad.
That's exactly what I would do. Girl after my own heart.
So juicy.
Yes. Okay. So you can see we're having some good meals here, guys. Okay. The only thing I did not use blue. Oh no, I did use a blue. I didn't use a blue on this first day. So let's go back and see if we can put a blue in here. Blues are things like cheeses, guacamole, hummus, stuff like that. I might actually put.
You want to put some cheese with your lunch, with the tuna.
Yeah, that might be good. That might be good. You have to be careful about what type of cheese you use. A lot of times I'll use mozzarella because that's one of the better cheeses. So let's add a little bit of mozzarella in here. I never have a problem getting in blues. It's one of my favorite categories. So it really, it's funny that I missed it here. Okay, so you get the idea. I have 2 days here. I'm going to stop here because we've gone quite a ways with time. But you can see how I've planned 2 days, how I went back and filled in the things that were missing after so. You can check your little things as you plan, and you should be good to go.
Great. Thank you, Jenna. Thank you again, guys.
All right,
we're going to do another video. Bye.